Hello everyone, I am welcoming you here on Easy ITO. This is our new initiative, and here I'm going to bring you some news about the course launches that we are going to do for IT specifically. So, in order to give you the entire understanding what we are going to do, what sort of courses we are going to offer, how we are going to do it, and how it aligns with your goal. So, our goal aligning with your goal, that is the entire idea of the video, and it primarily focuses on how to make sure you get selected in the government IT sector for which you are preparing. So, without wasting any time, let's jump into the video. This is a short introduction, and here I am Jayanti Mishra. I have been there for guiding students for IT exams since very long time, approximately 5 to 7 years, and this is the initiative along with Siddharth, and here we are going to provide the affordable education. The word is affordable education and guidance to all the students who are actually going to the colleges. They want to understand where their career want to be going on, or how they want to establish their career, so that they are prepared when they are on the final year or they are passed out. So there is no sort of thinking that after I have done my engineering, what should I do? They should be knowing it beforehand. So first initiative for those all, and the other one who are already preparing, so they can also get benefit from this situation. Now the career overview, just for a short idea about me. I have grown my career through progressive IT MNCs. I have worked in the private sector for more than 9 years, and I have been teaching students from more than 7 years, and the numbers are still going on. And I have myself also given several government IT exams, and I have clarified and cleared many of the exams. So I know how you actually feel when you are preparing for the exam. Once you get the selection, or once you are not getting the selection, I can actually feel and guide you on that particular part very well. Now, the agenda for the entire video is divided into these all parts, that is understanding the exam requirements, calculating your chances, how you are going to calculate your chances. This is one of the things that nobody talks about, but I would like to talk about this point. How to prepare, courses offering, courses progression, taking a decision which is equal to step ahead, and then a Q&A session. So Q&A session is not going to happen here, because definitely this is a pre-recorded video. So what you are going to get, you are going to have your comment section. So just mention your Q there, and I will give my answers there. Okay, so you can post your questions, your queries, whatever you have, and then the answers. Now, understanding the exam requirements, first you have to understand the entire IT is not only one thing like SEBI or NABARD. Most of the people only know about the popular exams, but many of them doesn't know about the other exams which are happening other than banking or something like that. This particular wheel of exam is actually trying to tell you the spectrum. It is not like these are only the exams, but this sort of spectrum you have for IT, that is NIC, SEBI, NABARD, PFRDA, LIC, SBI, IBPS. When I say IBPS, it combines both the IBPS SO and the RRB as well. And then you have many a times opening coming out of nowhere with some sort of experience, maybe 2 year, 4 year, 7 year, depending upon the post for which the vacancies are out. So many a times you get those sort of opportunities, and there you have no direct interview. Sometimes they take a written test also. So for those also, you will not get everything very readily available, but we are here to guide you on that front also. Definitely when the exam will come, the notification and the exam, there will be a gap of at least a month, and that is more than sufficient for us to guide the experienced professional how to get that particular thing converted. So we are actually covering the entire spectrum, and also we will soon bring some initiative for the private IT people also. So if you, let's say, are working in private, you are preparing for government, what if you don't convert your government chances and you are lagging in your private sector? So that sort of paradox I will also try to break in my upcoming initiative, so that the people who are preparing for government exams, they are also having some backup options. So that particular intention will be to create as many backup options, so that you land safe either in private or in the government sector. I hope that idea was clear. If you want to connect more on that idea, you can drop me a mail, and I'll be more than happy to answer your queries. Now, we have our courses divided into two parts. What if you know that the entire year from January to December you don't have exams every month, but you have to prepare for that exam long before, right? So what I have done here at my initiative, I have divided the entire course into two parts, that is the base and the specialized. So you can prepare for two specialized exams with us. For example, when you enroll with us, I will ask you which two exams you want. If you are not sure about the exam, I will give you some time to decide on that front also by giving you some sort of counseling, and then you can also decide. So this decision has to come from you after a evaluation of your own strengths and weaknesses. Now, the base, this base is having all the core subjects which will be the part of all the exams, and they are the basic of all the exams also. You cannot leave DSA, OOPS, networking, DA, or programming concept, and you cannot go to any exams without these. So we will first focus on the base. Then as soon as we reach the exam cycle, the pre or means or the interview, whatever phase it is, then we move towards the specialized approach. So what is happening here, you are preparing on your core at first so that you don't feel left, or you don't feel overwhelmed when the exams notification is coming out. So you are prepared, and everybody knows this base is more important than any of the specialized stuff. And this is same throughout, just the type of exams, and what you can say, the quality of the questions, the level of the questions, that will only differ, but other than that all the things will remain still the same. So you know, somehow that the specialization is there, but before that you have to get your base done. So we are going to do the base and then a specialization. For example, let me give you an example to make it finally clear. Let's say you want to prepare for NABARD. So NABARD might be happening for preliminary examination, let's say in September. Then what you're going to do before this September, maybe till January, February, March, April, May, 4 5 months, you are going to fully focus on the base, and then you get into the specialized for 2 4 months. So this is how it should be done. And if you don't follow this approach, if you go from top and then come to down, you will feel that you have prepared number of topics, but those number of topics are not giving you any benefit. That happens to the student who starts last time and they don't have their base prepared. So I will tell you how we are going to follow on that as well. But yes, again, you have to choose two specialized exam. You can choose more than two also, but I actually say only two, because that is more practical. But if you feel like you can have more or maybe one, it's completely up to you, but we are there to support you. Now, how to calculate your chance, nobody talks about it, but it is one of the most important thing, and these all things actually create some sort of uh, confusion in everybody's head. Whenever the notifications are coming about the eligibility, about the age, about the reservation, about the number of seats, these all variables create a lot of fluctuations in aspirants mind. So you have to invest some time here for calculating your chance. This is very one of the important thing. You have to understand at what point of career you are right now. If you are a fresher, maybe 23 24, or you are going to be a senior, maybe 29 30. For government exams, mostly these are the age limits. If you have some age relaxation, that is different story. But yes, you have two sides, the lower side and the upper side. So if you are on the lower side of the age, then you have more years to prepare, and you can think of giving one or two exams a dedicated attempt. Okay, and then you can give other exams, but one or two for the dedicated one. Okay, because you have more time. If you fall back and you don't have the selection, you still know you have time and there will be no panic mode. But if you are on the verge of getting the attempts exhausted, what you can do, you have to focus on either one or two, or you give it all, depending upon person to person, depending upon what sort of preparation you have. So let's say somebody is 29, so what is left, maybe 1 or 2 years more. So they have to start giving all the exams, they have to get their chances everywhere, and they have to prepare for all the exams. But I won't suggest the same for the people who are on the lower side of the exam, because doing that will create a confusion in their head, and it will be more pressurizing. So for that, I will give you a SWOT analysis thing. You can do that SWOT analysis at your own, and it will be very clear. Just invest some good amount of time by doing that SWOT analysis. Now your age and number of attempt in the exam, that I have already discussed. Then your current preparation level, that also I have discussed, will play an important role in calculating your chances. So just create a matrix, do the SWOT analysis. This is one of the screenshot which you can take for SWOT analysis. Strength, weaknesses, opportunity, and threats. This is a very popular model, but how usually we get benefit from that? How many of we actually take it seriously? If we do it seriously, definitely it is one of the best tool to help us for our preparations. For strengths, you can just see what all resources you have, how you are getting guided. For your weaknesses, what you actually lack. Are you lacking some sort of resources? Opportunities, like what sort of exams you can do, how you can do something like that. Then the threats will be like, is something blocking you, how you can overcome that. So by doing this SWOT analysis, you should be in a better position mentally to understand your entire picture of preparation, right? You can pause this video, take a screenshot. I will suggest at least invest half an hour to 1 hour for this activity, and then you will have a good thing. And do it in peace. Don't jump in and try to do this stuff. Just do it in peace. Now, how to prepare? Everybody knows how to prepare. There are a lot of people who are telling you how to prepare, but I am going to tell you something which is slightly different and which is more practical. Resources. There are a lot of resources. You need to refine them. If you are just going behind the resources, no, that is a big no. You have to define the sources. And when you see the resources, see the sources also. In resource, you have the spelling of source. So if the source is not good, your resource cannot be good, right? So you have to make sure the resources that you are using are from standard sources. Do dare to ask from where this particular resource is coming from. What is the source of preparation? If I have an understanding, I put into my words, I provide it to you. That is my understanding. How you make sure that is this is the standard one, and that will actually help you in the exam, right? So that's why we have standard books in place. That's why we have standard authors, a standard material, standard way of doing everything, like the SOP. So you have to follow that SOP. Remember, resource is nothing without the source, and if your source is not good, your resource is wasted, even though you have plenty of them. Make sure you have the correct one. And in the world of AI, when it is just trying to get some information from throughout the data of the internet, it is actually very tough to identify which one you should go for. So with us, you will be rest assured that everything is coming from the standard books and the standard authors. I will give you every resource with a source so that you can clarify. Nothing is something which is self evaluated or self made. Okay, the tricks are there that are there to help you, but the concept will not change, or the idea behind that will not change. Now, the timetable. Everybody talks about this. Since class 1, we are making timetable, we are following timetable. But how to make a good timetable, I will make a video on that also later on for people who want to understand it. How to make a good timetable. Don't aim for something which is for very long run. Try to cut down your aims in a weekly manner. That is the best way to achieve your monthly goal, your yearly goal, or your life goal. Just jot down everything into very small components, that to individual components that don't have much of the dependencies. So that sort of timetable is actually going to help with a check of pace. So if you are just following the timetable, you are doing something and you are not checking your pace, I think you are not going in the correct direction. So always check your pace, because if you lose your pace, your heartbeat goes up. So if you don't follow your pace and you are preparing maybe slower, then I think you are falling behind. If you're preparing too fast, then you have to increase some sort of stuff that you can do. Or if you are just going fast and running around the stuff without actually understanding it. So pace check is combination of timetable plus your speed. Now, correct approach. This varies for each and every one of you. Nobody can say this is the correct approach or that is a correct approach. You only decide your correct approach, because you only know how many hours you can give. You only know your own strength, how many times you need to read a stuff to make sure that that particular thing stays in your mind. So you can take a help from me. I will help you to decide your correct approach by maybe doing a SWOT analysis or a counseling session. Then you only decide. I can give you some templates of the approaches, then you choose your template. It will not be like one template for all. No, this doesn't work. Everybody has to get their own template, but it will not be like for 100 people there will be 100 templates. There are set of templates, 7, 10, something like that, which varies from the personality, and that I can give you, and then you can customize it as per your own stuff. Now, weekly and monthly evaluations are must. So don't do one mistake that you start reading and then you start a Q&A or maybe some questions of previous year or something. Don't do that. Take yourself a time for at least a week or a month, depending upon how critical or how complex the topic is. Some topics take a week to complete, and then you are in better position to understand the evaluation. What if you are evaluating yourself but you don't have enough raw material to evaluate? Means your mind doesn't have that concept in mind. Then how you will do it? No, you cannot do it. So just define what frequency of evaluation you want, and I will say if the exams are not very near, you go for monthly and the weekly evaluations. So these all things are on us, with you having your own support. Now, the course offering, what will be the course offering? The entire course will be live course. You will have the live classes, that is like face to face, like a video call, you can assume. Those video calls, or maybe I will say the classes, they will be categorized into three types: the classes where you come and learn, the classes where you ask your doubts, the classes where you actually practice with me. So these are the sessions. Then we have some counseling sessions also, that can be one to one or can be with groups. So it depends upon the topic, and it depends upon the person also, that what sort of counseling session we want to go with. For example, the group sessions, they will be like one or two times in a month, or maybe in 2 months one time. It depends what is the need of the counseling session, right? That will keep you motivated, that will keep you in touch with other people, because in the world of virtual stuff, it is very hard to find your own ground. So it will help you there. Now you have PDF notes, but I will not overwhelm you with all the PDF notes, that I'm just throwing a lot of PDF notes and I leave it to you that you read. No. I want to check if you read or not. That's why these will be given in a sort of phased manner. You will receive the PDF notes in a phased manner, and then you have mock and concept tests depending upon the topic which are already taught. So I'm not going to give you networking concepts when I'm teaching you DBMS. Once I teach you DBMS, I will give you the DBMS. When I teach you the networking, you will get networking. So this is more of a class thing, which used to happen way back when we were not having that much influence of internet and things. So I want to replicate that offline pattern to online. It is a bit tough, but it can be achievable, a bit different from others. But I'm very hopeful that this will actually turn into something, because this makes everyone feel that they are belonging to somewhere, and they can track everything along with the teachers, right? Then interview preparation, these are definitely coming there once you have your interviews. So these are the course offering. As I have already said, everything will be provided to you in a well phased manner. The plans will be given to you, so nothing is like which is not ambiguous. Everything is unambiguous here. Now, how you prepare with us, as I already said, first the concept building will be done. Then aligning the exam means the specialized thing that we are going to do. So we do the base, then we do with the alignment of the exam, and then we do the finishing touch, so that you go prepared in the exam. And trust me, if you even follow this model without me, this is going to give you a lot of benefit. So just remember this thing. See this video a lot of time. If you feel like you are in a manner that you don't know, you are stuck somewhere, you can see this video again and again, maybe in a month or 2 months, and I think that will be helpful for you. Now, coming to the final thing, what is the price of this entire thing? So I have kept it at minimum, because I don't want to provide it for free. Because when I do it for free, I have done a lot of things for free, and then I get non-serious candidates also. So I don't want anybody's time to be wasted, not even mine in this case. So that's why I have kept a barricading of minimum rupees. That is for base. If you only enroll for base and you are not sure which exam you want to target, right, then you go for 1999 plan. If you know which exam you want to target, then you can choose that exam with an additional cost of 499. So let's say if you go for SEBI IT, You travel from base to the SEBI branch, and that will be 1999 plus 499, right? That will be equal to something which you might have invested buying a pair of shoes, right? It is not something which is costing you high on the pocket, that you know. Now, the next thing, if you want to have more exams, let's say NABARD and SEBI both, then you have to pay 1999 plus 499 plus 499. So 1999 plus 499 plus 499. SEBI plus NABARD. Or if you want all five, then 1999 plus 499 plus 499, as much you want. So it's completely on you. I wanted to make it all affordable and not anything that is taken for granted. That's why there is a minimum level. I think it makes sense. Now, let's create a community. When I say creating a community, I mean that people who are serious, maybe after joining the organization also, you want to be in touch with those and you can help other people also who are preparing, right? So I want to create a community. I will later provide you the initiatives which will make a community. Definitely that community will be something which will be on a platform which can be accessed by everyone, and it will definitely have only serious people. So it is a long term initiative, but let's start it, because starting is the difficult part. Creating it, maintaining it is not that difficult. Now, the last part is your Q&A. So you have my contact information, that is supporteasyit@gmail.com. You can just drop me an email there. We have our Telegram channel and everything. YouTube channel is there. You can just go and search for the YouTube channel. There is an Instagram channel. So wherever you feel comfortable, just ping us and we are there. If you want to enroll with us, just drop a comment there, or you can still, if you are seriously thinking of joining, or if you still have some question, just drop us an email at supporteasyit@gmail.com, and soon I will roll out the forms also. And this initiative, yeah, the most important thing, this initiative is going to start from 1st of May 2026, because I want to prepare on base a lot more focused approach, and I don't want to waste time, so that you are well prepared, you don't get into panic modes. I have that sort of experience where I see people getting into panic mode and their all preparation is just gone waste. And I don't want anybody to suffer that thing, that their preparation is just wasted because they were not able to control their nervous system. Okay, I think that was all from my side, and you might have got some extra information out of it. If you think this is genuine, and if you think that you belong to us, or you want to try this opportunity out with all the things, you are more than welcome. Write us again at supporteasyit@gmail.com. Check out our YouTube and Instagram. Also, you can go and search for us on Telegram. That's all, things are already there, right? So that was all from my side. See you in the next video. Till then, please keep reading.